What's up everyone, Lion Roar here, and I have a couple brand new heroes to review in Empires and Puzzles. It is Green Knight with a fantastic looking ability and a blast from the past because we get a Guinevere costume. So I'm going to do a breakdown and give them grades. But first, check it out. I am about to become a legendary hero in Gemstone Legends, and you get to pick the skills. That's right, there's a contest that's currently running until April 29th, 2023, where you can submit what you think the skills on this hero should be and potentially win the grand prize of getting the legendary Lion Roar hero for free, along with some golden tomes and gems. And not only that, the 10 best entries, of which I'm gonna help pick, also get prizes. So make sure to watch the video, which I linked in the description with the instructions. All right, let's get to this review. All right, so let's start out with Green Knight, who is a 5-star nature hero of the fighter class, which is probably the best class because you know how annoying it is when you're facing a fighter and it just keeps reviving and reviving. And if you have it on offense, what a big benefit. And that is not the only revive we're going to encounter today. You're going to see it fits really well with the special. Of course, he's part of the Avalon family and gets that bonus for 2, 3, 4, or 5 heroes of 5, 10, 15, or 20% critical chance and 4, 6, 9, or 13% healing. And of course, there's the event hero bonus too in the challenge festival. So if you want to use them for that, that would be good. Oh, hi, Basil the cat. You haven't joined us in a while. It's nice to see you. Are you going to contribute today to this review? Come on over. For those of you who only started watching me within the last couple of years, my cat Basil used to always join us on these videos, but has taken a break for a while. But here he is. He's back. I don't know if you could hear him. Okay. So looking at the max power preview on, and I like to do this just to see if we put all the resources into this hero, is it worth it? Basil, let me grab him real quick. He's like chewing on my stuff. Do you want to say hi to everybody? There you go. All right, max power preview on. We got 1,171 attack, 1,107 defense, and 1,813 HP, which actually to me looks like the defense and the HP is kind of low. So, man, this guy's just chewing on everything. But that to me typically tells me this is a glass cannon type of hero in which he is going to, you're going to rely on the attack or the special and hope that it takes over before he dies, right? And I think that based on the special and the fighter class, it probably is a good idea to have the defense and the HP a little bit lower. If I turn max power preview off, you can see this is 867 attack, 801 defense, and 1371 HP. Thanks, Basil. All right, so the special is Omen of Retribution. All enemies get negative 24% defense for 3 turns. Deals 235% damage to all enemies. So I like these abilities together. In fact, there was a time in Empires and Puzzles history when this was all you needed. If you were going to give all enemies defense down and then deal damage to them, that could have just been the special. Now, the heroes have become so overpowered recently that this has been passed by. But it is the next bit of text that really intrigues me. If the caster dies during the next 5 turns, they're resurrected at the beginning of their next turn with 40% health and 665 damage is dealt to all enemies. All status effects and stacks are recovered when the caster dies. Wow. That's something else. 5 turns is forever in this game. That is always going to be up. How do you kill this guy? I don't understand. Oh my gosh. So, I mean, you will have to dispel. You're going to have to depend on dispelling that effect before you kill him. Otherwise, you're going to get stuck on a loop of him just never dying. So, if you're playing against him, yes, there are solutions, but you have to think real hard and make sure you're bringing the hero with that and don't just, You know, I think some people just throw teams together and don't even look at what the defense is doing. If this guy's on defense, you have to be real careful of that. This is an excellent looking defensive hero. And quite honestly, an excellent looking offensive hero too, because you can time this better. Like if you're playing against the defense, you get to be the one that times this correctly. It makes it a very challenging puzzle for an attacker when it's on defense, and when you're on offense, you have an advantage. And because of the defense down, it makes this hero good in pretty much any scenario you're going to take him, whether it be the Titan. If you don't have a green defense debuffer, I mean, there are other defense debuffers that do bigger debuff, so there is that. But if you don't have one, this is a great one. You know, when you're going in events and in tournaments and you need a defense debuffer, here you go. This is fantastic. And the fact that he keeps reviving over and over and over again, I mean, like, there's a point at which even though the defense debuff might be a little lower than other heroes, the fact that you can make it so he basically doesn't die means that he might end up doing more damage even with the lower defense debuff, just because it's like always going to be up and it keeps coming back. And there's no, I shouldn't say there's no danger of losing him, but it makes it really hard to kill this guy. There are solutions, though. There are solutions to this. It's not like this guy is just so overpowered you can't do anything about it. So I think he's really strong. I think he's an A for that reason. I think he's getting close to overpowered, but as of right now, I'm not going to say he's overpowered yet, because I do think there are solutions to him, but it's hard. It's a puzzle, right? Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at our Guinevere. Guinevere is still a 5-star holy hero, and of this time with the costume of the Paladin class, and that actually fits her really, really well. I like that. It's another one of the better classes out there. Of course, part of the Avalon family, which we just went over, and you get the costume bonus, which is an increase of attack 5%, defense 5%, health 10%, and mana bonus 5%. The mana bonus is the best part, in my opinion. So with the max power preview on, that's 896 attack, which is like so freaking low, but that's not what you use her for anyway. 1,165 defense, and there goes Guinevere. Guinevere has left the building. I don't know why this has been happening this is the third video in a row I've done of heroes where they just take off. They just, goodbye, they're out. Now that 1,165 defense is awesome, and so is that 2,030 HP if we take the max power preview off. That's 659, which is absurdly low for a legendary hero in this day and age. 838 defense and 1542 HP. But she's not built to do much attack anyway, so it is that defense and HP stat that I want to see the better ones, or higher, I should say. Word of the Skies is the special at average speed. Again, if you put mana troops on average speed at the right level, you can basically functionally make it fast, meaning, you know, three matches sets it off. I say functionally because I know there's always somebody who jumps in the comments and it's like, that isn't technically fast. And I'm like, I know it's functionally fast. That's what I'm saying. It's a huge difference when you drop from 10 tiles to 9 tiles. Reduces the mana of the target and nearby enemies by 25%. So that's up from the original where it was 20%. Recovers 40% health for all allies. Now that's just a strict, like, everybody gets 40%. That's a huge amount of healing. It's not heal over time like it was in the last one. So that is a difference too. And then there she goes again. She came back for a minute and now she's gone. All allies reflect all status effects and 115% damage back to the attacker and block other negative effects from enemies' dark special skills for 4 turns. So, I'll tell you what. My first impression is, if this is outdated and doesn't work anymore as far as the special, which, I mean, back in the day, she was like the chase hero. But that's been like 4 years ago. If it's not good enough anymore, this isn't much better. And the fact that last part, which is where I think if she's going to do something similar to what she did before, which although it's not exactly the same, like the special, it has a similar flavor. This last bullet point has got to do something like new and amazing for her to be relevant. All allies reflect all status effects and 115% damage back to the attacker and block other negative effects from enemies' dark special skills for 4 turns. And I just don't think that that's enough. Like, it's really not much better than the old special here. The old special gave plus 54% defense against dark for 4 turns, which was pretty powerful back in the day, because then that meant you had a hard time stacking purple and getting the tile damage through. You don't really have that defense anymore, but you do have the defense against the special skill. It's just not better. It's just about the same. It's just different wordage. So unfortunately, I think Guinevere has slipped a lot. She's definitely not the chase hero she used to be. You know, she's not bad, but I don't think anybody's going to be getting her and putting her on defense and being like, just calling it a day. You know, certainly for newer or mid-level players, I think she could be useful, but probably not for long because there's so many better options. So I'm going to give Guinevere a C, also because how you use her is very narrow. She's really like only good for defense. I don't see ever using her on offense. I don't see you using her against the Titan or in tournaments or events. It's just, she's good at what she does, but that's not much. So let me know what you think in the comments. And if you enjoy videos like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification. And I will catch you in the next one.